Hey guys, it's Chris here. How are you today? Thank you for joining me as I play along in my little journal here. This is my little practice journal that I made for my Art Starts live class. And if you were there to join me, then thank you so much. And if you missed it, that's okay too. You are here with me today and I'm just so grateful. I'm just ripping up some collage papers that I made for my Art Starts class. And they were painted on text paper, and I'm using that for the background of my page today. And this little journal is just a great place for me to play and explore and use these little papers that I had created. For example, this one are some nature marks with some nature tools on some old yellow tissue paper. And that is just wonderful because there's a bit of transparency coming through, and yet there's these random black marks peeping through that are just absolutely gorgeous, and loving those neutral colors in the back too. And so this is a really simple way, guys, to start an art journal page for yourself, is to rip up some pages that you have lying around and glue them together in a random way that pleases you for your background. Again, using tissue paper, I love it because the transparency and then these little marks peeping through that I made with ink, I think some blue ink. And now adding some botanicals that I drew onto some paper that I had painted as well, and just thought that might be a fun and simple thing to put on this page. Really into making these botanicals now. I'm making them I don't want to say messy, but I'm making them not really super fine lines, perfect lines on purpose. I could if I wanted to, but I kind of like this messier sort of feel on these botanicals, and that's why they ended up being like that. I'm just loving that at the moment. And when you're making a page, it's always a good idea to think about, well, where's your focal point going to be, or are you going to have many focal points? In this one here, I have these focal points that are being tied together by this little doodly line here, and your eye is traveling around the page. So I like that when there's many places the eye can dance around. So let's add a little bit of detail with some pastels now, because pastels are just wonderful for adding those little touches. It's like the little sprinkles on the cupcake. And for me right now is these light pinks, these pale pinks and yellows, just dreamy. And just little marks here and there, and going completely by intuition. So I encourage you to work intuitively too, by making your marks and your just your colors and the things that you're doing is just really work how you're feeling in the moment on where you want to lay things down. So now I'm adding a little bit of ink with a lot of water just to the center of those flowers, because it just breaks it up, adds a little bit of something, and it kind of complements those little tiny blue marks that I put on there with the tissue paper. And needs something, so let's add some gold ink there to the center of the flowers, and a few little dots here and there, just kind of sparkle it up a bit. Now guys, make sure that things are dry in between layers here, okay, because otherwise it's not going to work out for you. And that's just one thing I'm just not showing on the video, just to speed it up. And I had done some art journaling there in the middle that I really felt compelled to do. It just wasn't working out for me, so I'm covering it up now and hoping that that is working out better for me. And it's part of working it through, so don't be afraid to make a mistake, guys. You can always cover it up with paint like I did here. I'm still not liking that there, even though I tried it a bit lighter. It's not working for me, so I'm going to add some more paint. This time I'm adding white. Just break break it up and break up that pink and that yellow a bit there. Add some more white. I wanted to show you this part because it shows how you can get yourself out of a jam, and just know that that happens all the time to people, and that's totally okay. And sometimes if you don't know how to fix it, just leave it for a day or two and come back to it with fresh eyes. And sometimes you might be able to solve it really quickly. I'm just adding a little piece of collage paper on the top to finish it off, and I am calling that page done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. And if you like what you see, then I remind you to subscribe to my channel. And I really appreciate that too. Thank you so much. I really hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself. We'll see you later. Bye.